Oh, apparently we're live now. So,
Are we?
so
Because the screen is still saying, the YouTube one is still saying a countdown.
Oh my god, I bet.
Oh yeah!
Is it working?
Oh,
is
still. Oh my god, it's very delayed.
So, hi guys. We clearly fail at this entire thing. But you know what? Just bear with us. I'm Branwen and Ineke. I just realized, I don't know, some of you know what I look like. I pictures myself in soccer jerseys. I talk too much. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Okay, yeah, YouTube is very behind, right? It's really annoying. I'm Ineke, so finally everyone knows how to pronounce my name. And I hope it got through. Oh my god, so terrifying. Yeah, I'm Ineke, and I'm one of the perfects, and yeah, I don't know. I'm so terrified.
At least you remember to introduce, like, you know, your title. I just said I'm a person. I didn't even,
Yeah,
you know.
But everyone knows you.
Well, unfortunately, everybody knows you too. It's not a very big community. Like,
True.
everybody knows everybody.
True. Oh wait, I got to send a tweet. Just a moment.
Oh, it's Beth. Hi, Beth. You're tweeting me while I'm doing this. I don't think you're actually watching it, but if you watch it back later, hi, shout out.
Hi everyone.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Oh great, we have 6 viewers. So there are 6 people watching us make fools of ourselves.
Oh my god. YouTube is so behind. It's so annoying. Oh, hi Brax.
Hi. So we're here making fools of ourselves, but we're not just here making fools of ourselves. We're also here to announce the winners of the Nargles, which we meant to do like 2 weeks ago. So
still, it's incoming. There's some scheduling differences.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's capture the flag. We didn't want to, like, really what we were doing was we didn't want to hurt Ravenclaw's chances by distracting them during capture the flag, which is why we're doing this during capture the flag. No, capture the flag starts in like a few hours, right?
Yeah. It does. Yeah.
We're not interrupting. We're gearing everybody up now for this very important round of capture the flag, which I think is the 3rd or 4th round.
3rd.
Okay. So it's, you know what? We're trying to, you know, rally the troops. You're halfway through. That's, you know, I'm trying. It's not working, but I'm trying.
Look at Kevin's shout out. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Oh my god. YouTube is so behind. It's so confusing. Yeah. Okay. We're going to do the award announcements.
Yes.
We have 10 categories.
Yes.
Which one are we going to start with?
I'm not sure. So we split these up like 5 and 5. And the way it ended up working out was that Ineke?
Yeah, good enough. Good enough.
Okay, like my whole thing is like the way I've said her name in my head for years, I think, is Ineke, and that's not how you pronounce it. And I just thought to ask like 5 minutes before we started this. So regardless, she's been doing like all kinds of research and rereading stuff and putting together an amazing, yeah, like, and last night, like, there was a spreadsheet, there was everything. I quickly read over things like over the last half hour that I was going to announce. So clearly between the two of us, one is well prepared and one is
ringing it.
Yeah.
You're ringing it.
But I'll start. Do we want to do like the member ones first, or do we want?
Sure.
Okay.
Keep the stories a bit undercover, a bit. If they don't know yet who is going to win, anyway.
Right. I hid the forum. I actually don't think that some people know who won because I think I hid the forum, like, or I meant to.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Because I didn't see the video, and you had to give me the list.
Oh right, yeah. So like for some of them, I guess who you know, but some of them you don't. So this is all very exciting.
Yeah, we're so very organized.
Yes, it's amazing. It's incredible. I think that we deserve, like, I don't know, real props. Do you want to start with I don't know, you pick what to start with. I also refuse to do some of them on the grounds that I wasn't saying that I won anything. So I'm going to let you choose what to start with.
But if we're going to start with 3 people, I'm going to have to start with most versatile outer. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right, and I have a cat demanding attention right now. It's really quite annoying. But wait. I'm just in front of the camera so everyone can see her for a bit. So I hope she shuts down now. Apparently not. Okay, so for the most versatile outer, I think we had quite a few people in the poll, but I can't check it because the board isn't in.
Okay. I can change that. Of course, anyway. Ruining the surprise.
Yeah. But then again, I do know who our top 2 is. So let's start with the runner-up first. Okay. Sorry, my cat is moving my laptop big time now. It's really annoying. Okay, so the runner-up for most versatile outer is Paula. I don't even know how to pronounce her foreign name, so I'm not even going to try. It's midnight. Give me a break.
I think it's the prokaryote.
Yeah, something like that. Prokaryote, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, Paula is our runner-up. And our winner is Branwen, which is really not all too surprising considering she wrote so much. It's like about 50 stories, and I was like powering through them today, but I didn't even make it. But there were so many differences in genres and settings, and one is dark and one is fluffy, and it's so versatile. I don't even know how she does it because I don't certainly know. But am I talking too fast?
No, not even remotely.
Okay.
You guys. I don't.
Sorry. What?
I'm saying thank you to everybody because
yeah,
it's all very awkward. Yeah. This is all awkward. Congratulations, Paula. Hugely deserved.
Yeah, she did. Paula wrote so much as well, and so diverse, and so many different things. It was really a hard choice to make.
It was, and it was super close. All right, I'm not even going to try to pull it up because I think that will make my computer freeze. But we will put it all in the IT edition. Like, we will put how close the voting was and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, reviewer. Am I doing reviewer?
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't do reviewer, but I think this is the next one. Yeah. The rest is all story related.
So the funny thing about best reviewer is that it's the last one except reversed. So Paula, you won best reviewer, and then I was the runner-up. And I almost refused to do this one too, on the grounds that I hate saying I won anything. But I decided I wanted to do it because I wanted to take this moment to give like a really quick shout out to so like, you know, Ravenclaw. We do all kinds of reviewing. Like BBB is one of the biggest things in our house.
Ever.
Yes. But we often don't get nominations each month for best quality reviewer. So often, like, just the IT editors kind of choose amongst ourselves. So I just wanted to like take this moment to, you know, plug. You can PM any of us a nomination for like best quality reviewer every month. So people should definitely do that more often. If we're getting multiple nominations, then we will put up a poll. So yeah, please, 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 like, you know, nominate people, because
they all deserve it.
Yeah, like Paula has been amazing. Like, I feel like every time I request a review from her, she leaves it on like every site I'm on, and I'm on every site. So it's like, oh my God, I love you. So, but yeah, so like, you know, but she's not the only person in the house who leaves great reviews. Like, this was a really tough choice. I think there were like 4 or 5 finalists, maybe 6 actually.
It's so very well deserved. So people put so many thoughts in their reviews, so they all deserve it.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, nominate, congratulations, etc. What's next?
We have 8 more.
Oh.
Let's see. We have so many. You're doing those. So, what are we going for?
We're
show the Ravenclaw character. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. For Ravenclaw character, again, so many claws are riding Ravenclaws. Not all too surprising, really. But then again, we also had 2 people again. Sorry, I'm fucking up. My cats are so distracting me.
We totally forgot to do like the profanity like thing.
Oh yeah, right. Sorry.
I don't think we.
Sorry for all the profanity. Sorry, guys. Oh my God. Okay, so anyway, for the best Ravenclaw character, we again had a poll. So many options. Again, I can't see how many, but that's okay. Our runner-up anyway was the character Luna Lovegood from, how do you even pronounce this? Areopagitica or something by Stephanie Sycamore or Sherry Pop 94. Luna is such a hard character to get right, so it's really shows really great job that she did so well to get runner-up, because it's really, yeah, Luna is such a hard character to get right. Some is just off or too serious or not just as quirky as she has, but yeah, great job there. And our winner here is again Ronan with Victoria Weasley in Shenanigans, Capers, and Hijinks. But really, Victoria is in basically half of her stories anyway, so you can pick whatever story she has to get Victoire. And yeah, she's really a Ravenclaw, but she also gets in so much trouble all the time. And it's really, really funny to read, because she is smart, but she just doesn't think about the consequences, and then she gets in trouble all the time. She has way too many donations, really.
Yeah, I did not base her at all on anybody I know or am. It's not a thing that happens at all. Definitely. Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think it's my turn. This is once again, I'm sorry we're disorganized, and also it is entirely my fault.
We tried, guys. We tried.
Oh, actually, why don't we do the character ones all at once? Do you want to do? I think you're doing. Oh no, I'm doing best OC. What am I talking about?
Wow. You're doing that.
I fail. I'm sorry. So our runner-up for this was Lyra Malfoy from the Great Tale of Me, Lyra Malfoy by I'm a Ravenclaw, which is hilarious. I read, I think, like the first 3 or 4 chapters, the first 2 chapters. When we were doing, voting, and I was like cracking up. And it was good that I was alone, because I am often alone when I am reading things. Our winner was Karina Belrose from Karina by Dirigible Plums / Elixirs of Life. So I think I read this for BBB, like, I don't know, maybe in December or something. It was a while back. But I absolutely loved this story, and part of why I loved it was that early on, you don't actually really get so much of a sense of who Karina is, because she's so masked by like Tom Riddle's obsession. Because in this story, he's like completely obsessed with her. And so I'm actually like really glad that she won Best OC, because there's some kind of symbolism in like, reclaiming her identity. I think that, Voldemort, as we see him in the books, is fucking terrifying. But he's terrifying in a way that, I mean, you're not going to meet him walking down the street. And you'd know if you did, because he has no nose. But, like, he's very larger than life in a lot of ways. But his relationship with Karina was very, I think it really held much more of a resemblance to, like, relationships that we actually see, in real life, especially between women and men. So like the possessiveness and the putting her on a pedestal in like the really, really creepy way, for me really, came off as really genuine and true in a way that was super creepy in its own way. And I loved the way that Plums had her navigating that, and like, I don't want to spoil the ending, but the ending also just, she did such a good job at showing where that can lead. So yeah, that was like amazing, and I'm so glad it won. My hair is a mess. I'm sorry.
It's a really good story. Really good.
And it's a one-shot, so like it doesn't take long to read it. So if you haven't read it yet, read it.
You really should. I read it today, and it's really good. And really surprising. It's led a different way than I thought it would, but it's really a good story. You have to check it out. Okay. Was it all the characters we had?
I'm actually gonna go bold the ones we've already done.
Yeah, wise idea. Let's see.
Do we want to do the 4 story ones next?
Yeah, I think so. Shall we go with Whittius first? Yeah, Whittius story. Because I'm going to go on a run later on. So let's start with Whittius story first. Okay, so Whittius story is really not wait a minute. It's really sorry, I got disrupted for a moment. Whittius story is not like a category that was really easy to nominate for at times because of the fact that it was about wittiness, but we did get two really great stories as a first and second place, so it was really a hard competition anyway, so it was really hard to pick one. The runner-up this time was Seek and Chase by Bella Lestrange 87, or Olivia, if you know her better like that. And the winner was, I think, really most of the people already read this one, really, and they should really. It was etc. etc. and Life Goes On by Just One More Fic. If you haven't read this, which you totally should, by the way, it's a next gen story. I'm not sure if this is right up your alley, but it's about Albus and an original character, Clement Fitzgerald, and she is a reporter of like the school newspapers kind of like thing. But it's really really gossipy, really gossipy. You have to think like a bit like Rita Skeeter, but it's also so very very well written. Like it's written like she wrote a diary, and that's got published or something like that. I really can't get out of my words at the moment, but whatever. Yeah, it's a really great story. It has some nice twists and all, and you really should read it because it's a long story. It's a really great story. It has so many. All the characters are so fleshed out very well, and some of the names just crack me up, like Everstuff Colon or something. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but it's really brilliant. It's really brilliant. Okay. Oh god, this is terrifying.
Also, just as a side note for et cetera, and like goes on, I think it's won like an award pretty much everywhere. You know, in the very elite world of Harry Potter fanfic awards. So it does kind of also feel like we've really entered the stage, you know, like now we are part of it because we are giving awards to things that everybody else also agrees are great.
Yeah, it's everywhere on Archive of Our Own, Harry Potter fanfic talk, Harry Potter fanfiction.com. I think it's even on fanfiction.com, but it's really good. Sorry.
I'm like 93% sure it's on FFNet. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So why don't I do I guess I'll do Sleep Without Pain. I need to like not cry. I almost like actually started crying like rereading it earlier today. And that was a problem because I already had like my mascara on and stuff on eyeshadow, and I was like, I cannot cry, I cannot cry. I already had to do this twice because like mascara is what you kind of need to make your eyes look good. But like you can't do eyeshadow and no mascara. That's just not a thing. But I really suck at mascara, so like I inevitably ended up getting like some on my eyelid. So then I had to redo it, and I was like, I cannot redo this for a third goddamn time. Especially since like I'm out of like my eye cleaning things, which means that I'm using stuff that kind of burns. I really need to go get those. This is so entirely besides the point. I am sorry. Yeah. Oh, right. I should also say what the
runner-up was.
Yeah. So most original story. Our runner-up was Survival of the Fittest by Paula the Prokaryote. Because Paula is winning and she's the winner and runner-up for a lot of things because she's amazing, and everybody should read everything she wrote ever because she's like amazing, and yeah, and also like one of the nicest people like on HPFT, and that's saying something because there are a lot of nice people on HPFT. I'm not one of them, but lots of you are. Oh my god, we have 15 viewers. That's terrifying. Why are all of you
15?
Yes, 14.
Oh my god.
14. Somebody must have seen me say that, and they were like, "Oh, and now there's 13." So now they're like, "Okay, fine. You're drawing attention to that. Nobody's interested."
Okay. This is so terrifying. Oh my god.
So our winner for our most original fic is "Sleep Without Pain" by Puka. This I don't think I've ever read a fic like this before. It's
so about, original.
Yeah, it's from the perspective of Crookshanks at like the very end of his life.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah. Yeah, and just like him, the entire, you know, I mean, I think all of us who have pets, or many of us who have pets, have, you know, had to experience like our pets getting older and slowing down, and often, you know, having to eventually make the choice to put them to sleep so they aren't suffering anymore. And how Crookshanks is slowing down and how like the spells to, you know, alleviate his pain aren't really working anymore. All of that is covered, and it's covered so well. And from like the point of view of something that's like super innocent. Yeah, and it's like heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Go read it. It's also a one shot. It will not take you long. So go read it.
And take tissues with you.
Yes. Yes.
You need all the tissues. You really do.
I agree.
Okay. Okay, let's go to most inclusive. Oh god, I love this category so much. Okay, most inclusive. Let's start with the runner-up first. We have actually, it was such a close competition in this category. Most inclusive is just really a range of LGBTQ plus characters, sick characters with disabilities. It was so close. We actually have 2 runner-ups today. The first one is A Slow Shuddering by Book Dinosaur. And the second one is A Garden of Weeds by, I don't even know how to pronounce this, Elsha 23 or I Am Vivian Darkbloom. Those are our 2 runner-ups, but our first runner-up, and if you haven't read this one, please do, because it deserves all the awards it can possibly get. Our winner is Dormitory 2.6i by Dirigible Plums, or how the hell you pronounce it anyway. Sorry about that. It's really such a great story. It's about Hufflepuffs, surprisingly. But it breaks all stereotypes of Hufflepuffs anyway. All the characters are so fleshed out. There are so many different aspects of LG, really a lot of different aspects. It's yeah, stuff like aceness. Oh my god, I can't even talk.
I mean, just to clarify, when we talk about this just typing, she also often goes kind of nonverbal. So this is not just being camera shy. This is just the story.
Yeah, it's really a great story. It tackles all kinds of life issues, really, from sickness to love things, and really, oh my god, her Elvis is so amazing. I've told Plums this very often. I'm really in love with that character, like really in love. Sorry, all the tweets are going mad. Really? Right. Anyway, it's a really great story. You have to read it. I keep shouting over and over and keep shoving it on the people's noses because just go and read, because it's so amazing. It's really, you have to read it. It's amazing. Albus is just, I'm in love with her Albus. I really am. He's amazing. And yeah, it's a really great tale about friendship in the first place. So you have to go and read it. Yes.
I agree. Is it me now? I think it's me now.
It's you now.
Okay. My god, what is this what did Coffee Creams win? I remember voting like in this category. I remember nominating for this category. What was the category for?
The category was best one shot.
Yes, that's what it was. I'm sorry, guys. I have no excuse other than that. Rather than prepare properly, I was listening to My Favorite Murder. So that's not an excuse. It's not a good excuse at all. But so the runner-up to Best One Shot was The Heir of Slytherin by Lovegood27. And the winner was Why Everyone Should Hate Coffee Creams by Abraxan Unicorn. Now, before I start fangirling that story, which I also read for BBB a few months ago, I also just want to say that Lovegood and Abraxan Unicorn are both fairly new to HPFT. They've only joined in the last, like, you know,
months or so.
yeah. But I am so glad they did, because I like literally cannot imagine our house without them. Like, you guys are both amazing, and I am like so happy to have you.
Don't ever leave. Don't.
Yeah, seriously. No pressure though. No pressure. But don't. Yeah, and you guys are also like, you're both amazing writers, and like, you know, I mean, Ravenclaws, I don't want to say we're competitive, but we are, so I'll say it. And
We really are, though. We really are.
like, Gryffindor's got nothing on Ravenclaw when it comes to being competitive. Let's be real here. But yeah, I mean, like, there are good authors in the other houses too. Don't get me wrong. But Ravenclaw has, I think, like the best authors as a whole, and you guys definitely, you know, help us. Like, you bolster our, you know, claim to fame that way, claim to HPFT fame. That's not huge fame, but you know. Anyway, so why everyone should hate coffee creams is basically about it's about Maroc Gaunt and Tom Riddle Sr. And it basically is what happens when she gives him the love potion. And oh my god, like, she does an amazing job at balancing about a million things. Like, so there are a lot of things about the one shot that are actually like really funny. Like, there are a lot of lines that are either witty or just like outright hilarious. But there are also a lot of points that humor doesn't really take away from the gravity of what is being discussed. Like, you know, I mean, Tom Riddle Sr. seems to have been a fairly like arrogant, entitled person. But I don't think any of us are super like comfortable with what Maroc Gaunt did. Because that's kind of rape. So
It is really.
yeah, none of us are on board with that. Just to be clear, that's not a good thing. It's a bad thing. And oh, ignore my texts. I'm sorry. All the texts. And I'm going to have to answer them when I'm done talking about this, because it's about dinner, and I'm supposed to have dinner. Despite not, my family is like Catholic and stuff, so we celebrate Easter. I'm not anything. I'm kind of a heretic that way. So but you know, it's important to my parents, so I'll help them cook stuff. Already saying.
Anyway,
so
the story.
So what I really love is how this story balances all of those conflicting things, like the humor, and really the discomfort, and why everyone hates coffee creams. One of the punchlines is who else gets the love potion.
Oh my god, yes, it's so brilliant.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, and I am like so embarrassed to say this, but the first time I was reading it, I didn't get that. So I said something in my review like, I don't know why this is, but it was funny. And Brax was like, very nicely, she's like, well, and I'm like, oh my god, I am like so dumb right now. So thank you for being nice and correcting me. But yeah, it's like, it's amazing. And again, it's a one shot. So
yeah, and it's really well written in a time sense as well. The way they converse is really, it's really well written. Considering the timeline, it's really well done.
yeah,
I had to point it out too.
I agree.
Okay.
You go, because I text back about dinner. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. So it's up to me again. But now we're up to best world building. Again, world building is something not all of us do really. not surprising really, considering all kinds of stories. But we again had a tough competition, and I'm really talking Dutch half through this. I'm sorry. Anyway, our runner-up this time was Albus and Rose's Adventures at Hogwarts by Margaret or Margaret Lane, depending on how you know her. Yeah, Margaret is really, yeah, she's a really great writer. She's not around all too often really, which is really sad because she's such a good writer and I love to see more of her stories. But yes, life must be really busy. But a winner again was Branwen. With don't be so embarrassed. It's like every story of hers. It's really every story of hers because every story of her is connected in some kind of way, and while you're able to read most of them as separate stories, which is really a great thing as well. You really, if you read all of them, you see little side notes to other stories too that makes you feel like it's connected. It's really well done. I haven't read most of them. I powered through 13 of them today, only in like 2 or 3 hours or something.
I told you. He was like, "Oh no, I can get through all of them," and I'm like,
"Yeah, 13 in 2 hours. I did well.
No, you definitely did. I was just skeptical that you could get through all of them.
Yeah, all of them was a bit
impossible. I shouldn't doubt you, since I just think that maybe, I was just figuring you would maybe be conserving a little bit of your energy for Capture the Flag, which starts in like a couple hours, and
yeah,
we all know how quickly you read for that. So I'm
yeah, I'm sorry for all the Hufflepuffs and Slytherins and Gryffindors about that. I'm really a fast reader.
Wow, that was cold.
No, really, I'm sorry. I make it so tough on them, and
I know, but it's funny that you're like, "I'm sorry, Gryffindor, I haven't played you yet, but I'm gonna kill you when I do, so I'm apologizing in advance." Like, wow, that is y'all gotta make good on that then. Like, if you're gonna talk up your skills that much, you can't go.
Yeah, but they already think I'm scary, so yeah, they already think I'm scary. So not a problem. And they were already talking about hitting us hard. So yeah, with all those stories you were going to post, like Caitlin, don't know if you're watching, but you did talk about them. You did tease me about them. So bring it on. If you're going to make it hard, make it hard. I maybe should not have said that. The class may kill me for this now. I'm sorry. Anyway, so it's like Branwen's stories are so well connected and so much, and just little hints to what other characters are doing, which you see in other stories. It's really well done.
Sorry, I'm it's dinner stuff. I should have actually got. In my defense, I texted my parents, but they were apparently in church or something. Like, when I have occasionally gone to church with them, I have actually texted occasionally while I'm there because, again, I'm a little bit of a heretic. But they obviously don't do that. So now they got back and they're all like, "So what are you making for dinner?" And they're at the store, so. All right. Okay. All right. Again, I am sorry. I usually cook stuff because my mom can't really cook anymore. Whatever. It's fine. Whatever. So that's a tone thing that either you know or you don't. So our last one, can you believe we're at the end already? And neither of us burst into flames or died of embarrassment. And that's with us pushing 14, 15 viewers at times.
Yeah,
pressure.
We really did well.
Yeah, pressure was crazy, but we persevered. I mean, we're not done yet. I could fall flat on my face. I could do that literally even. Who knows? It's hard to tell. But anyway, so for our best quotes, and just as a side note, I love this category. I always love this category in like BBB, or not BBB, Story of the Month. We all get our nominations from BBB. Let's be real here. So I think that slip is understandable. Yeah, like, but I love this because I think that often it can be hard to, and this is part of why we have like our review event, because we know that it can be hard to like read everything that's nominated. But one of the things I really like about Best Quote is that you don't have to read the whole story. I know that everybody knows this. I don't know why I'm saying this. I guess I'm trying to indicate my enthusiasm for the category, and I explained it a little more than I really needed to. So I'm sorry, we're meandering again. We should do this all the time. We should like have like a weekly thing where we just meander. Like, you know, we don't even have to have a point. We can just be like, you know, talking about anything, whatever. I don't know. I'm starting to like be slightly less terrified of the camera. Still terrified, but like, you know, my terror is like a level like 4 and not a level like, oh my God, I'm gonna fuck up and everybody's gonna hate me. Please don't hate me. So our runner-up from Hamarsha by Sapphic Sunrise slash Sidera Clara slash Ad Astra. You know, million usernames, and I actually kind of love all of them, which is a problem. You're a problem. So the quote is, "I was a moth and she was the flame, though she had no idea how brightly she burnt, how she blinded me to every other kind of light in the world until I was just following her, deeper and deeper into the world she inhabited, and then deeper still. Our lives became a fuck, I don't know how to pronounce this. And at least you have an excuse. Like, I have no excuse. I
have all the excuses.
Exactly. Like, why didn't I have you do best quote? Like, I have no excuse for not knowing how to pronounce it.
You claimed it.
Our lives became a Chiriascuro. Fuck, I'm sorry, guys. I fail. Of shadows, too enchanting for us to realize, we adventured beyond the reach of light until it was too late. I also just want to say that if I had prepared properly, rather than listening to my favorite murder, I would have looked up how to pronounce that, but I didn't. So, yeah. Yeah, so, love that quote. Please, Beth, don't have, I hope that there is not a similar thing here, because if you have words I can't pronounce and like they're both the winner and the runner-up have that, I'm gonna lose like what little credit I have, and I don't have that much to begin with. I can't lose too much. So from Actions Speak Louder Than Words by Veridicirum 27. As it is when you are sucked in a dark, deep hole, you don't even realize you are in it until you are not anymore. Although other people can see it, you usually can't even hear them above the deafening, suffocating sound of silence that surrounds you and screams in your face every moment that you even try to open your eyes. You are left with numbness and nothingness because that is your mind's only defense against the alternative. I have been numb for 2 years. Yay, I haven't lost all my credit, just most of it.
You didn't. You did well. And I've heard it's so hard from the runner-up in the first place.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard.
I love both of those stories. I don't actually I know I nominated at least one of those quotes. I don't remember which. Yeah, I don't actually remember which. Although honestly, it's like, oh, I nominated either the winner or the runner-up. we were each allowed to nominate 2 fucking stories / characters / quotes /
Or
authors.
second.
Yeah, like, so, oh my god, of our 2, one of them got winner or runner up. Imagine that. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, yeah. Oh wow, that was it's Easter. I probably shouldn't be that was
We did put up a warning.
that's
We
true.
did.
But I think that, like, you know, taking the Lord's name in vain or whatever on Easter is like a special, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't raised in any religion. I don't know these things. I don't know very basic things. I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, look, my Christmases were with my family, which wasn't religious, and my great aunt, who is a nun, and my aunt and uncle and their kids who are Jewish. So as far as like Christmas goes, that was the only religious holiday we celebrated. And clearly we weren't celebrating it, you know.
Properly.
Yeah, like, I mean, half of the people there were Jewish. So, and also we did Hanukkah with them, if Hanukkah overlapped with Christmas. So, like, I don't know these things. I'm sorry. If somebody wants to, like, you know, PM me like a whole big thing of religion, I will probably read it at some point.
Very promising. Very promising.
All right. So, I think we're actually.
That was all.
Yeah.
I think.
We're actually.
Yeah.
Right?
We did it.
Yay! Do we have anything? Do we just want to like go now, or do we have anything like? See, our viewers are dropping down to the single digits already because they know that like this is the end. There's nothing interesting coming. I mean, we could like talk about like super interesting stuff now, and then they'll feel bad that they missed out. I could give like all kinds of like, you know, crazy staff secrets. Like, did you know we have a shout box? We actually have 2 shout boxes, like one for validator chapter claims, and one for like the staff. I know that none of you saw that with all of our like account switching recently. So I am really like blowing your mind right now.
Stuff might murder you now, but
Please don't. Y'all don't know where actually. I think at least one staff member does vaguely know where I live. Possibly more than one. One of them knows where my grandparents live. That's a long story. Not that long, but long enough that we're not going to waste our time here.
I am into now. I do want to know now.
It's not very interesting. My grandparents come from the same area as another staffer like originally came from. That's literally it. It's not very interesting. So, and
Okay. That was it, I think.
yeah. Do we have anything else we want to plug? Like, you know, while we're here, while we've got.
Oh, we're back in the double digits again.
I know. So, like, what do we want to say now that we have our captive audience who can click away at any time? Oh, I know. So story of the month. Nominate either the nominations just opened or the voting just opened. I didn't actually check. I just saw that Tasha posted it. But regardless, go vote or nominate.
No, it was voting. It was voting. Yeah.
So the prefix know these things. Go vote.
Yeah, go vote. And I would like to thank every claw who voted in the polls for all the nominations as well. Because really we couldn't have done it without all of you.
Right, that's a better thing to say. That's significantly better. Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, and congratulations again to everybody, obviously.
And all 2 other runner-ups.
Yeah.
And all the other nominees, because it's such a big deal to get nominated already, so.
Yeah. And just even if you weren't nominated. Like, all of you make our house what it is. If anybody watching this is not a Ravenclaw, like, our door is always open if you want to switch.
You may always come. You're really nice. We have cookies.
Some of them are even gluten-free. I like make sure that that's a thing. I can't eat food. Like, food hates me. So there are like 4 things I can eat.
Caitlin is stuttering us right now. I think I might have said some words. Oh my god.
Okay. So without further ado, thank you all for
watching.
Yes. Watching, nominating, voting, putting up
for not roasting us. We're so terrified.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. They can
We gave each other pep talks.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Sorry?
No, that's true. The pep talk was helpful. I mean, they can always come back and say, "What the fuck, you guys? We're starting a petition to get you both kicked off any position of authority in this community because you suck." Like, that is a thing that could happen. It's implausible. It's implausible, but it could happen.
It could. Well, yeah, we had to do it. We couldn't let other houses do it and not do it ourselves too.
Yeah, like, we were actually just going to, like, announce it in the newsletter. That's just, like, that was our plan. But then fucking Gryffindor and Slytherin both raised the goddamn stakes by, like...
I know! And Kevin was sick as well.
Yeah, and then Hufflepuff's gonna do this next week. So it's like, motherfucker. Like, if it was just one of them, maybe we could have, like, skipped it and said, you know, whatever, they can do their thing. We could have come up with some rationalization. Like, for example, well, of course the Hufflepuffs did it. They're all, like, you know, nice and community spirity. Oh, of course the Slytherins did it, you know? Like, they just are ambitious and looking to be recognized as, like, the next best thing. The Gryffindors, of course, like, they're so fucking cocky. They're arrogant. Of course they want to see their faces on screen. I say this as a Gryffindor.
Yeah, they don't back down from a challenge. They really don't back down.
So, you know, we had to do this. So here we are in all of our awkward glory. Do we have
even though they all think we're adorable?
I mean, that's one word. Not necessarily the right word, but I'll take it. I'll take it, guys. I'm sorry my hair is also, like, a mess. Like, I meant for it to be curly, but I didn't mean for it to be like this, so...
It's so really dark with me, but it's like midnight, so yeah, I'm sorry, guys, for the bad lighting.
And it's also my fault because I did not mobilize to be ready when it was still light out.
I did have to go out to my parents though, so yeah.
Oh, that's true. Okay, so
yeah.
So it's your parents' fault as well as my fault. It's comforting.
Yeah.
Comforting. All right. So unless we have anything else, we can probably say goodbye now.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. We really appreciate it, even though it was terrifying and it did raise the pressure a lot. But thank you again.
All right. I think we're going to stop the broadcast now. And also thank you for, like, bearing with us with our technical difficulties and confusion, because we have that.
Really appreciate it.
Yes. So yeah. Bye, HPFT.
Bye.